So this is Mijigadog, a podcast about I don't know technology and video games and stuff we like.
Pretty much. I'm just
Nerd
here for
shit.
the I'm just here for the ride. So
All right, basically this is our first time doing this. We never done podcasts before. We talk a lot, so how hard can it really be? It's probably very difficult. So, all
hopefully it won't
right,
be
let's get
hard.
to work here.
I'm too lazy.
All right, first, well, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Ahmad. I also
Yeah.
go by Aces or Sexy Enchilada on Tumblr. I'm learning to be an animator, and I'm basically just the art guy. I draw a lot, and I like video games and stuff, and I'd like to work on video games, and I also love cartoons, obviously. So, that's kind of my forte. That's my expertise. And Johnny over here.
You already know me. You just told me my name or told you my name. I'm Jonathan. I like video games more than I actually should. I love music. I'm a slight audiophile. I want to get into the gaming industry as a designer. Um, and I have a very weird sense of uh, how do I put it? Like uh, look at game, like how I look at games tends to be different what other people look at how they look at them. So I don't know how that'll be beneficial, but hey,
Yep. So we look at games pretty differently, but we also agree on a lot of things. So sometimes I don't know. Sometimes we might argue. Sometimes we might agree on stuff. It's a mixed bag with us. You don't know. It's like getting trail mix, except you know it's in trail mix. That's a bad example. Anyway.
get the fuck out of here.
Oh, jeez, I'm the one recording here.
So
All
am
right.
I.
Okay. So what you first sent me. So we picked four. So he picked four things to talk about, just as like I don't know, a little test run. Maybe we'll have more focused topics later on. But I guess for now we're just feeling things out. We want to see how things work.
Yeah. So what we'll first talk about is uh, okay. Recently, these couple of scientists, or let me pull up the link here. Da, 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 okay. This guy created a codec which for the past what 20 years we've used, or about maybe 15 years we've used digital video, and that is comprised of a bunch of little squares called that we call pixels,
Yep.
where well a scientist has figured out a way to make it so you don't have to do that anymore, or where instead vector will be able to have the same level of quality or similar level of quality to raster without all the pixels, and that means that you can zoom in and zoom out, and that's really the main benefit of vectors, that the ability to zoom in and zoom out without any major reduction of quality, which has made it very popular with logos and cartoons.
Pretty
And
much. I'm like I said before. I'm an artist. I work a lot with vector-based stuff. I've done basic photo editing before. It's not something I like to do, but I've done it for classes or for other people. A lot of the problems with images is that with like photographs is that you have to when you zoom in and enlarge things, there's that loss of quality because you're working with pixels. Whereas with vector, I mean, there can be some problems, but I'm not saying vector is perfect. But there's a lot less quality to be lost when you zoom in or enlarge something or shrink it down. It's totally fine. Um, so I love the idea of like video codecs that you can just that's comprised of vector based imagery, where it's just there's not that loss in quality. I have no idea. I'm not particularly sure. I don't know a lot about like video codecs and things like that, so I'm kind of interested where this. So I don't know like the complete specs, but I'm kind of interested where this is gonna go, because apparently, according to like this blog post we pulled it from gizmag.com. Apparently, if this stuff works, this new vector-based codec will make pixels obsolete within 5 years.
but to be perfectly honest with you, it's kind of like how JPEGs haven't gone anywhere in the past 20 years.
Well, the
You
thing with
know.
JPEGs is that I prefer PNGs. They have better quality,
Oh
and
yeah, but what I mean for when it comes to, like photographs, it's kind of stupid to use PNGs or or even TIFF sometimes for photographs when you
well, I
can.
wouldn't say that. It depends more on the situation. Of course, JPEGs. Of course, I just default to JPEG because those load faster on the internet. For photographs, I mean.
Yeah,
If I'm
but
doing like vector-based stuff, I always just keep it PNG.
yeah, because if you try to save like a vector-based image in JPEG, it's gonna be not only be blurry or
Yeah,
like you're gonna see artifacts, but it's also gonna be like higher.
because with JPEG, I think it like adds pixels. I want to say.
Well, no, it doesn't add pixels. Well, it does, but only it's like the information that's saved in JPEGs. Those aren't actually pixels; they're just representations of what will eventually be generated. Whereas a PNG is similar to that, but it saves every bit of information. It just removes any redundant information and replaces it with a like a little
Right.
flag that says uh, this should be replaced with the actual information.
Right. Right.
And that's called loss compression, which is not so popular, but still used for audio files and such.
Yep.
But I, but to get back on topic, my biggest problem with this whole vector thing would be just how realistic will it be. Because the problem with vector is that while you can achieve some level of quality, ultimately it will reach a point where it'll just become too difficult to render all that information without it uh, taking too long. And when it
Well, we
makes
don't
things,
know about. Well, that's the thing. We don't know. This vector thing could have found. They could have found some way to get it down to where you can have vector images and it wouldn't like just like overload any shit or anything like that. It'll
yeah,
basically fill. The thing with vector images is that since they're simple, you can't really fill in the images with your eyes. But apparently, this codec is claiming that it'll fill in the boundaries between elements in vector images. But of course, there's no details exactly how it's going to do that yet. I don't know if it's complete or it probably isn't, or they're still just working on it.
yeah, I don't think it's anywhere near complete. I think last I heard, it's not even open. Like no information regarding the actual algorithm used is open, so no one actually knows just how efficient or how useful this will be. It's an interesting idea, and if it actually works on the same or similar level of quality as a raster image, then I'll be all for it. But I am curious about one little concern about one other thing. I would be just the amount of consumer use. Because going back to my previous argument with regard to JPEGs, how JPEGs, despite they're still so popular, whereas
Yeah, because they're quick and easy.
well, yeah, but what I mean is that there are also other versions of JPEG, newer versions that are faster and compress better and smaller, but they're not as used as much. And I'm thinking that maybe just because this is a newer and better algorithm, a newer, better way of handling images, it doesn't necessarily mean it'll catch on.
Well,
But
there's a lot of things where it's like technology that's brand new and it's like it's better, but it won't catch on just because possibly because of business reasons. Because you know about that whole story about like how there's a bunch of fiber optic cables underneath the United States, like in the ground across the United States, that would give us way faster internet apparently, but we don't use it because a lot just because phone companies just don't want to, or things like that, or just there's a lot of messy government stuff and business things and things like that where there's like there's superior technology there, but we won't use it just because corporate scum are assholes.
well, I'm not referring to the business side of things.
No, I know, I
I'm,
know. I'm just saying. There's a lot of reasons why. That's just an example. There's a lot of reasons why some things won't be used.
Yeah, but hopefully consumers catch on and really try to support this technology because that could really help out with cartoons and a lot of these sort of uh, endeavors, really.
Well,
All right.
cartoons are made using vector. Well, I guess it wholly depends, but you know.
Yeah. All right. So our next topic is what is the most important part of a game and why? You mentioned before that it's about the gameplay.
Well, yeah. Well, for me, um, I don't
Well,
know. A lot of thing nowadays is that story-based games are getting a lot bigger, especially with like AAA titles where it's like the Borderlands or Call of Duty, or whatever, have like these narratives in them, and it's like that's kind of the most and that's important, and it directs the whole game. And that's fine. In fact, I would love a really good story-based game, but I'll forgive a game for having a shitty story, at least usually.
like Kingdom
Like the only
Hearts.
example I could think of, where yeah, Kingdom Hearts, where that story is completely abysmal and it makes me not want to play the game. That's just because the story is always getting in the way of the game. That's different. Well, that's another subject.
I disagree, but we'll
Gameplay.
talk about that later.
Yeah, yeah. Gameplay is the thing for me. Like I can forgive a lot of things as long as the core gameplay experience is the most like it's prevalent and it's good and I like it.
Yeah. Well, to me, it's more the most important part of a game for me would is a much smaller topic, and that would be controls. If I'm playing a game and the controls are just god awful, I'm not gonna bother. The gameplay itself could be bad, but the controls could be good, and I'd still at least maybe play it. I know it sounds kind of stupid, but I've played games that have decent controls or at least good controls, um, but the game itself is pretty mediocre. The
Yeah,
whole point of me playing a game, or the whole point of you being able to control this character, is to be able to actually have control over the character. I don't want to be playing a game and not having that same feel like. I think one of my biggest problem with modern games is how realistic they were becoming, and with this realism comes this expectation of how the
yeah.
characters, how
Well, a lot of
your
that was
character
like Grand Theft
reacts.
Auto 4, where it's like here's this realistic city setting. I'm like, this is cool, but the controls don't hold up and they're really clunky, and I wouldn't say ruined the game. I still like some parts of Grand Theft Auto 4, but it did get in the way.
Yeah, and that's my biggest problem with these sort of games is that uh, they have these problems that do not need to exist in the first place.
Hmm.
And I think if we, I mean, this is one of the reasons why. And I know you don't really like the series that much or at all, but this is one of the reasons why I kind of you have to at least give Kingdom Hearts some credit. Is that it's
Kingdom
not
Hearts,
well,
it's
well.
just
I'm talking about
gameplay wise, it's all right. It's fun, I guess, for the
well,
most part.
I'm talking about controls.
It's solid. I'll say that.
I'm talking just exclusively controls, ignoring every
All
aspect
right, all right, all
else
right.
about it. Every other aspect about it can be ignored. I'm just focusing on controls. It's one of the series that has just remained. It doesn't bother trying to be realistic, and I get why. I mean, that's obvious, but it's one thing that I can appreciate about those sort of games like Mario and Kirby and Sonic, where they don't try to be realistic, and therefore the controls don't have to.
Well, Sonic games usually don't have good controls, to be fair.
Well, yeah, but I blame that more on the.
Just Sonic Team sucking ass. That's a whole different story, though.
I also kind of partly blame the concept itself because when you add speed, but then you have to add platforming-esque level design, it really causes a lot of problems.
That's nothing to do with controls, though. Controls are something else. It's just that I don't mean like the physics. I mean like the controls are not attuned properly, so Sonic slides around even when I'm not platforming.
Well, that's what I mean. It's just general controls.
That's what I'm saying. Like it just that game just has bad controls. I mean they got better because Sonic games have been kind of getting better lately. But I mean I'm referring to like in the past, like the Adventure series. Those controls are terrible.
I've never played the
Don't ever.
Adventure series. I played the DX version, but I don't remember anything about that game at all. Wasn't it based off the anime?
No, Sonic X is based off the Adventure series. Sonic X is the anime, so it's the other way around. The anime is based on those games.
That's a fucking headache for me because for some reason I kept thinking it's based off that just with half the characters removed. I don't fucking know.
Nah,
The
it's
whole
just that
Sonic
because Sonic
series,
X is like super on model for the series, but yeah, it's just based on that.
the,
It's just based on the adventure games.
the whole Sonic series gives me a headache. There's too many fucking characters
Let's
and
not get on
things.
that. That's as I do want to do a podcast about Sonic, just because I like Sonic, but I do agree there's a lot of bullshit in Sonic. But that's like a whole different discussion.
Yeah,
All right, what were we talking about? Yeah, controls.
yeah. Like like, okay, one thing that, even though I'm not a big Mega Man fan, one thing I have to agree on would be the fact that Mega Man games, holy fucking shit, they
They
have good
always
ass
have solid
controls. They
controls.
have very solid controls.
Even the ones that aren't very great usually have really good solid controls.
Because, yeah, like Mega, yeah, like Mega Man 2.
Mega Man. Oh, they said Mega Man 2 is bad. I was like, I hate you. Why would you say that?
I did say that.
Why would you say that? Mega Man 2 is great.
I don't know. I'm being an asshole. Actually, it's not a bad game. I just don't enjoy the Mega Man series as much. I don't know why. I just can't. I kind of get about it. I
Uh,
mean, I tried to get into it. Like with Mega Man X, I sat down and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna beat this game, even if it takes me a week or a month."
well,
And
the thing with Mega Man, early Mega Man, is that some people don't like the fact that it's like based on memorization. So it's like once you memorize level design, you do know how to beat it. And there's some people who don't like that. So
yeah,
I guess I can understand that.
yeah, I'm one of those people. It
All right,
bugs
fair enough.
me to know fucking in. And as a designer, since that's the last thing I want to do with my games.
Making memories. Well, it's not. It's memorization and reflex based. And I guess I'm big on that kind of stuff because I don't know. I just like that reflexive aspect of it. But that's
You
other
like
things.
QuickTime events, don't you?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Because Mega Mans aren't QuickTime events. They're actual. They're fucking. They're like a level. QuickTime events is just you hit a button and if you fuck up, that's your fault. It's just whatever. It's just like okay, thanks.
You still like QuickTime events. And the whole Mega Man series is one big QuickTime event.
It's
Anyway,
not though.
next question. Johnny, you're an asshole. Um, do you think traditional animation will make a return?
No, not in
No,
America.
I think we can both agree on the fact that this, like,
It's
despite,
just too. It's way too. It's just too expensive and it's not practical.
yeah, which is really unfortunate. You know, didn't you say at one point that you said it could return?
I said that back when I was like years ago, and I was like stupid and naive, and that because I didn't know anything about the market. Like, because we had this discussion like what 2, 3 years ago, and I didn't know shit about the market then. And then in that gap, I was kind of learning about it, and I was like, Yeah, it's not coming back."
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate because I love traditional animation. It's always beautiful.
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean, we're at the point where we can at least mimic it really well with like I like Toon. Like I've seen stuff made in like Toon Boom. Like the Princess and the Frog movie looks really good. I don't like that movie for story reasons, but it looked good.
wait a minute, wait, hold on. That's a vector movie?
Oh yeah, it's Toon Boom.
Holy
That's
fucking shit.
Yeah, it's Toon Boom's
Holy
pretty good at
fucking shit.
mimicking
That's
shit.
actually really damn good.
Yeah,
Like
a lot of French shit I think
like
is
even
done
the
in Toon Boom.
backgrounds?
Yeah, the whole thing. Well, they paint. I think they use. Well, they digital paint everything now
Oh, okay.
because it's
I
not
was
practical
worried
to.
for a moment. I'm thinking holy
No, no, it's
like
not practical to paint things anymore. Even the Sponge. I think even SpongeBob uses a separate program to paint their backgrounds, and then they work them into the animation.
yeah, cuz I mean, I'm not surprised by the fact they use vector for like the characters, but I would have been like shitting my pants if I heard they used vector for the backgrounds of that movie. That would have been like fucking crazy.
Well, Disney movies have been digital for a while. I think it started with Aladdin. I want to say.
Yeah, with well, especially with the obvious 3D, which was
Yeah, yeah.
that was terrible 3D. They need to go back and
Well, for back
replace
then, it's
that.
fine.
That's really the only few times where I would actually accept them going back to an old movie and changing something. If they changed those Aladdin scenes, there's something more.
Let's not get into like Star Wars territory.
Well, that's a different story.
That's just George Lucas being anal retentive, and also because I'm glad I brought that up because we're gonna talk about Lucasfilms in a little bit, but not right now.
Not right now, even though that we're probably going to talk about it in the next maybe 30 seconds. So,
No, I got more to say about cartoons though, because that's that's me. Uh, hey, you want to fucking burp to the mic some more? No, we're off to a rousing great start. Not really
woo!
though.
I clipped the
The
audio.
thing about cartoons is like I don't care how they're necessarily made, like what program they use, as long as they produce results and it's like it doesn't kill the animator to make it and it looks great. I don't care. But just like Toon Boom, that's how it is. A lot of people give Flash shit, and I give Flash shit because I think it's kind of a shitty program.
It is a shitty
But I've seen
program.
some good stuff made in Flash. Like there was a show that came out last year, Motor City, which came on like Disney or something, and that show looked really good, really great for Flash. Uh,
Ladies and gentlemen, Ahmad Alami created a new word. Good.
Good. It's great and good.
at the same time. How the fuck does that make sense? I don't fucking know. Let's start using it for no fucking
It
reason.
makes
Anyway,
sense because of English. English is dumb.
it,
Anyway,
it really.
yeah,
To
you.
English speakers, good job. We're fucking retards. I don't fucking know.
Well, we are American.
Yeah,
Nah,
but
but
damn it,
there's always that bad
that hurt.
example of like people because there's always people who are like I miss traditional animation and I'm like I understand, but it's just not viable anymore. And there's also the people who are on the extreme end of that where it's like I hate everything that's not traditional animation, even CG, like especially if it's CG. And while I do think there's too many fucking CG Pixar bullshit movies coming out right now, I would
Planes.
love. I don't think they should go away because there's some pretty, there's some like dream, like there's like CG movies that I really like because they look really good. Or
Ahmad, I
huh?
gotta say, you are fucking lucky you don't work at a movie theater
Oh yeah, you
because
do work in a movie
I
theater.
had to
How's that?
watch planes or not all of it, but every time I
Oh
went to check in the
yeah,
theaters,
that was a thing that happened. That was planes.
it's fucking terrible.
I
It's
figured.
overly dramatic. It's embarrassing.
Uh,
The only thing I like about it would be the main theme, and it's only because it's actually kind of decent.
well, because every Disney movie has good music. That's saying nothing at this point. There's never been a Disney movie where I was like, I
Not
really
really. I
fucking
wouldn't
hate the
say every
soundtrack.
Disney
It's not,
movie has good music.
huh?
Like the Pirates of the Caribbean 3 soundtrack was okay, I
Well, I didn't
guess.
see that movie. So I stopped caring about Pirates of the Caribbean after like the second one.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about the soundtrack, not like the actual
Yeah,
sound
I know. I'm just
album
saying.
soundtrack.
So that's why I just didn't listen.
Yeah. I mean, it's a decent
But
soundtrack, but compared to other Hans Zimmer's works, it's kind of like I've heard better from him at least.
Hans Zimmer did the Batman movies, right?
Yeah.
The Nolan ones. I love the soundtrack in every one except for well not I didn't hate the third one, Dark Knight Rises. It's just that it got a little bit too overbearing at some parts.
I'd say it felt less like Batman and more. I don't know. I like the movie, but strictly
I love the
because
movie. I like the movie, but I'm just saying, just the
strictly
sound.
because it's
Just
Batman. That's really the only reason why I liked it. I don't fucking know why.
I
Batman's one of
liked
my
it.
favorite
People are kind of
superheroes.
sad. There's some people who are kind of like mixed about it. I don't know. I liked it. It was a good ending.
Yeah, it ended, so who fucking cares? Batman's gonna come back to life in some other form anyway.
Well, yeah, he's gonna be in the Superman movie. He's gonna be the next. He's gonna be Man of Steel too.
Yeah, which is fucking weird, but all right.
Which I'm not really hyped for because Zack Snyder's writing it, and I know Zack. And I've seen movies where I've seen Zack Snyder movies, and those usually don't tend to be good,
Yeah,
except for like Watchmen. Watchmen was alright.
I mean, I'm gonna go see Man of Steel, the first one, when it
Oh,
comes
I
out
haven't
on
seen it.
DVD, but really only because it looks cool, I guess. I don't fucking know. I just want to see it.
I saw it just by myself because I just wanted to just judge it. Because usually there's the way I watch movies is that I'll go with friends if I just want to goof around. But if I want to like seriously watch it, I'll just go by myself and just like judge it because I know I'm analytical about like shit like that. But yeah, I saw Superman. I saw Man of Steel, and I won't tell you what. Do you care if I tell you what I think? Because I don't want to like influence your opinion. Wait,
Um,
okay, maybe maybe not here. I'll tell you like later. But yeah, because we're getting way off tangent.
Not really. I mean, we have
Off topic.
honestly, I on YouTube we have like over 15 minutes of like we can upload a 15-minute video or longer. So who gives a shit?
Fair enough. We're gonna have to cut that part out, by the way.
No, let's
Anyway,
keep it in because who gives a
no,
fuck?
no behind the scenes.
I don't care. What is
Whatever.
it?
We can put the full version on SoundCloud and just link to it from the YouTube video.
Nah, because that's too much work for me. Anyway,
No, I'll do it myself then. Anyway,
you gotta try getting the original audio. Oh wait.
I'll just not give you mine then. Okay.
Okay
All
then.
right. No. Okay. Okay. Cartoons.
I'm changing the.
Yeah. Like I was saying, there are people who are on that spectrum where they just hate everything that's not traditional animation, and I think it's unfair because it's just there are good CG movies and there are good 2D movies, and I don't mean and I mean vector based like digital. Oh, sorry. Let me say digital. Digital movies. Because traditional is just it's just not a thing that can be done anymore, and we can mimic it pretty well. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe we're not gonna be able to mimic the heart of it, because I mean, there's a lot of movies I like where like Aristocats, where it has that really scratchy, That's back during like the dark Disney era, back in like the '70s. I want to say.
Yeah.
It has that really scratchy, nice quality, and that's why I really like that movie because of that. But and I would love to see that come back, and I'm pretty sure it can be done with digital. I mean, I've seen techniques similar. I guess I don't want to say that like you're wrong. I do actually know exactly what I'm saying. You're wrong if you just hate everything that's not traditional because you're not giving everything a chance because you're
I hate
just limiting
everything
your
that's
view.
digital. I'm all analog. I have a Newsboy cap
I have
and
my VHS.
VHL. Jesus, those
I
things
have
are
my.
fucking awful.
I hate Laserdisc. Don't even
Oh
come
fuck
to
it!
me.
I never had one. I wasn't even aware of one until like high school.
Laserdiscs?
Yeah,
Isn't that it's a thing like in the '80s and it never caught on? I don't think
yeah.
so.
I know that now, but I'm just pointing out that I had no idea what the fuck they were until like eight or until like high school.
Yep.
Um,
Nah,
which is
but
actually I'm kind of obviously I was just joking on the whole digital thing, but to be honest with you, I'm more I honestly do not like analog. To be honest with you, I don't really like the sound of it.
that's not saying much. That's just like I hate technology that's obsolete. Of course. Why would you want to go back to the '80s?
Well, there are some
Anyone
well,
who's
here's the
ever
thing.
used
Here's the
technology
thing.
from the
Here's the
'80s
thing.
knows they don't want to use it again.
Well, here's the thing. When it goes to analog, I will admit there are some things that you can do in analog that you can't do in digital, and vice versa. That's one of the
Of
things
course.
that makes sense in regards to
But I
analog.
feel like there's more cons to analog stuff than there really is to digital.
Yeah, there are a lot of cons, but I'm just pointing out that there are a lot of good things about it too that make
Well,
it
of
really
course.
beneficial depending on what you need it to be for. Um, I'm trying to remember what I was going to say after that, but you interrupted me like the bastard you are.
Sorry.
Ladies,
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, Ahmad's a bastard.
yeah, I can't argue with that. But no, but
Big
just
bastard.
I don't know. There's some things where you just have to accept that we're moving on and we're moving to somewhere, and where we're moving might even be somewhere better, but because you don't know if you just think everything that's new is bad.
Yeah.
Like if just because I don't know, like just because Tangled isn't Little Mermaid doesn't mean it makes it a bad movie. Because Tangled's a really good movie, even if it is CG.
So anyway, let's move on to the Star Wars Lucasfilm
All
thing.
right, yep, yeah. So you sent me this, and I was just like, wait, what? Because I just had to read back through it because I was just like, I didn't know you could fucking do this.
Yeah, it looks great. I saw it on Imgur when I was browsing and being a total dick to everyone, as
Hmm.
usual. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that anymore. I used to be one of those assholes, and then I realized
Anymore.
I was being a total fucker. But yeah, this looks actually really good. I don't know exactly what this means. I'm assuming this may have something to do with the upcoming Star Wars movie, which we gotta go see. I don't have high hopes for it, but it's Star
J.J.
Wars.
Abrams is doing it, right?
I still don't have high hopes for it though.
I didn't see his Star Trek shit because I don't care about Star Trek.
Me neither, but
So
I saw both of them. I didn't like the first one. I thought, shaky camera, I'm out. And then I saw the second one. I'm thinking, okay, Spock was actually kind of funny here in some
alright.
ways, but I'm not really that big into Star Trek or anything like
I just
that.
know that the friends I have who've seen Star Trek either don't like it or they're just kind of like about it.
I'm kind of about it.
Yeah.
So mark that as another one.
I just know like as long as you don't, I don't think he can I don't think he can fuck up as bad as the prequels.
Oh Jesus.
Because everybody knows it's universally agreed that the prequels are terrible. But
Yeah.
I'll even say that a lot of people hate the
The
prequels
only
just
good
because,
character that ever came out of the prequels would be Dexter, and he had like a 3 minute scene.
and then he was never important again.
Yeah, he was because he had actual character.
Yeah.
He had an actual fucking character.
Everybody else was just like an asshole, and I was just like, I
Uh,
hate everybody in this movie.
I hate the Jedi's. I hate the Sith. I hate every aspect of Star Wars, mostly because of how stupid it is. But yeah, I want to go see this movie because I'm hoping that maybe
It'll
uh,
be better
Disney
because it's gonna
has
be
done
episode
something good
7.
with the Jedi. My biggest problem with the Jedi is like this. Okay, kids, you can't have emotions. You can't be happy. You can't be, sad. You can't basically be a normal human fucking being. Oh, wait a minute, you're
No,
an
you have
alien?
to be
Well, fuck you
What
too.
George Lucas thinks people are.
Yeah, it it just bugs me because that doesn't make any sense. And the Sith are the complete opposite. You must act out on your emotions. You must be angry and all bitchy and all total
Oh my god, that's
fuckers.
it. The Stitch was supposed to be the main character. We figured it out. It's a conspiracy.
Oh shit, fucking hell.
All right, well, we got a little off topic.
Okay,
What we were talking about earlier is that apparently Lucasfilms are going to combine video games with movies, as in they're going to use the video game engines to make movies.
and I'm all for it. I love the idea. I think
Um, I don't know yet. It sounds cool, and I'm
the
like,
only
I love the
problem
idea
I'm
because
gonna
I'm pretty sure it would be
I want to
like,
interrupt you. I want to interrupt you and
all
just
right, all
say
right, go on.
sorry about that, but I want to interrupt you and say the only problem I have would be the physics engine because you know how they are in video games. You have
Well, yeah,
you have
that's what
any
I'm saying.
object,
That's the thing. It's like
any
it
any
very
like
much
get a
depends.
box, kick it in a game, it's gonna go flying. Kick the
Yeah,
box in real life,
I'm
it's gonna
hoping
go
it's not like Skyrim, where like nothing stays fucking put.
yeah, nothing in that game stays put. It's like if this fucking apple does not stay on the fucking table for 1 fucking minute, I'm gonna fucking kill Bethesda. And then I kill Bethesda with my pen.
Bethesda killed themselves. No, but I didn't. Nah, but the thing is, it's just like So basically, what they're saying is like we're gonna be able to do real-time motion capture and the graphics of video game engines, and graphics have gotten way better in like video game engines. I mean, I don't particularly care about graphics much anymore. I mean, I'm not those people who say graphics don't matter, because I mean, there are some games where it's like, if a game looks ugly, it makes me not want to play it as much.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you whispering?
I'm not whispering. No, seriously, I wasn't whispering.
Oh, I'm just crazy then.
You're hearing
Um,
voices?
Apparently I am. It's George Lucas whispering in my ear, telling me how great the prequels are. Nah, but
Mod.
Jar Jar's
It
great.
is. Jar Jar Binks. Oh, fucking hell. This is. Okay. I know this is off topic, but I want to go off topic again. And I
Okay.
want to talk about the differences between C3PO, R2D2, and Jar Jar Binks. The
Okay.
reason why C3PO and R2D2 were
Oh, he's a
popular
British
was
robot,
because
and I was like, yeah, I'm totally on board for this.
you can hang out with them. If you
Yeah.
were sitting there watching TV or playing a game with them, they would be people you want to hang out with. But Jar Jar Binks would just be all over the place.
Jar Jar Binks is that guy, is like that guy at the work at like school or at work is just like he's just like, hey guys, can I hang out with you? Everybody's just like, he's that guy.
Not him. And
So
it's
us.
like he
Nah, but
always gets in the way. He tries too hard to be funny. He makes like meme jokes like, haha, you mad? Trollolo. It's like, fuck you. Shut the fuck up. That was never funny
He's
to
just
begin with.
a lot of people say he's like
I would
he's
know, I've
the
been there.
he's like the Poochie from like Simpsons. He's like the culmination of like he's just like this is where Star Wars is going. It's just getting shittier and shittier. He's the perfect indication of that.
I mean,
It's just I don't know. There are some movies that didn't need to be made, and that was the prequels. And I don't even hate the prequels just because it fucked up with Star Wars. I mean, I do hate it for that because I'm not super huge on Star Wars. I'm not like a big nerd, but I do like it. I love
yeah.
the three
I don't
originals are
really
cool.
read into the extended universe. I really
Yeah, I don't either. I
hoping
just think they're really
that
cool
for
adventure movies.
the new movies, they don't reference the extended universe. I want the films to be their own thing, and maybe rewrite the whole Jedi Sith thing to make more sense out of it. Because this is not Final Fantasy where nothing makes sense. Give me a real story. Come
It's
on.
not Japan. This.
Fucking
Nah, it's just like yeah, it felt very much like a Japanese kind of story. Where it's like the concepts are more important than the characters. And I guess that can work sometimes, of course, because I mean, there's a lot of good like Japanese storytelling, bits of storytelling, but I don't know. There's gotta be like that compromise where it's like good characters and cool concepts, and and a lot of Pixar movies are kind of like Western storytelling, where it's like they're really good characters and it's a cool story, but the world itself isn't very original necessarily, but the characters and the writing makes up for it, so it's fine.
yeah. To me, the most important thing about a story, or one of the most important things about a story, would be the characters. If the characters are well thought out and well
Yeah.
developed, because that's one of the reasons why I prefer Paper Mario, the first Paper Mario over the second, despite
Which I had never played.
despite being a Mario game. Of course, there's no story to it, but
Yeah.
uh,
Well, there's more story than a normal Mario game, at least.
yeah. Well, what I mean is that the characters in the first game felt a little more realistic. just slightly.
A bit hotter.
In the sequel, the Goomba character that you have, the female one,
Hmm.
holy fucking shit, she's annoying as shit.
Oh, Goombella. People like Goombella, I think.
I don't. She's an annoying
People
bitch.
think she's cute, at least.
She's not cute. She's an annoying bitch.
I
I
never.
fucking hated her.
I'm so like out of the loop when it comes to Paper Mario games. Cause I've only played I've only played bits and pieces of Thousand Year Door. And oh no, actually, I did play Thousand Years Door. It was just like so fucking long ago. I never played. I played a tiny bit of Super Paper Mario at like GameStop when it came out.
Yeah. I
I never like bought that game or played it. And then I heard that I have not heard good things about Sticker Star, so it made me not want to play it.
well, I heard some good things depending on like one guy said, it's Mario. Of course, you're not going to get the same game over and over again, which is one thing I appreciate about the Mario series. Also, we're way off topic. We got to talk about the game engine thing. With
Okay, let's let's move back to Lucasfilm. 'Cause
Whoa, we went way off topic.
yeah, we got to fucking Mario. What the hell?
Whoa,
Hey, we haven't
where
talked
are we?
about the thing much. All right,
Are
no,
we?
but
Okay,
yeah. So they're saying
Ahmad,
that
Ahmad,
they
Ahmad,
want to use
Ahmad,
game engine. Huh?
Ahmad,
Yeah.
how did we get into China? How the fuck did we get here?
Whoa, whoa.
Holy fuck!
Oh man, I'm gonna buy some dim sum. That's
Oh,
Chinese, right? I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
I think it is.
I'm
Dim
gonna
sum
go
is delicious, by the way.
BRB.
Pff. Nah, but the thing is that a lot of like I'm very interested in where they could take this, where it's like a video game engine. It's like as long as it's not like Havoc. Nah, I'm pretty sure they won't do that. But yeah,
Nah, probably be
I'm just
custom.
I'm kind of curious. So like, are they gonna make their own engine? I'm pretty sure
It'd probably be
they'll have
custom
to.
because I don't see
Yeah,
an
there's no
actual
existing
game
engine that would be useful
working
for
in a
movies.
movie thing. Because the problem with games is that their engines can sometimes be a bit unpredictable. Even if you
Yep.
have the same thing over and over again, for the most part, you're gonna have some differences due to random number generators, and
Um,
some engines use that. Not all the time, because there has to be some logic, but there are some times where using a random number is sometimes the best option when you
right.
want to get a certain event, you know, to occur, since you can't predict
Right.
everything, and there's some things that we haven't been able to explain yet. But there are some things that I think, like for example, what you saw there in the video, that is that's a bit different. Everything there was pre-generated slightly, or at least it was real time, but everything could be predicted and controlled. When
Right.
it comes to like those falling boxes, that's probably in the clip. And there was that one guy who clipped. You could barely see it. It was really quick, but this one stormtrooper clipped right through another one. Let's walk through him, and that's
Mm.
who knows how that could work out.
It'd
Hopefully,
be great if like they went to the fucking movie. And it's just like it's just made with Unreal Engine 3, and everyone just looks fake as shit, and it's just all the shadows are weird.
yeah, all pixelated and blocky like in
Yeah,
Skyrim.
everyone's like, what the fuck is happening?
God
No,
damn it, Ahmad,
you know
what'd
what they
you do?
should use? Was the engine they used to make the fucking Star Wars dancing thing on Kinect? Just that. Use that. I would pay for that. Yes, yes. You get to the movie theater just to fucking connect there, and everyone's just dancing. It's great.
Okay. John, shut the fuck up. You're being noisy.
But yeah. So yeah, we can make movies with video games now. What will they think of
Yay!
next?
I don't know.
It's like you go. They're gonna eventually figure out how to put peanut butter and jelly in the same jar. Oh, that's real. We're in the future.
Ew. That's disgusting.
No, they like separate it.
That's still
Sounds great.
disgusting.
Who the fuck doesn't like peanut butter and jelly?
I like peanut butter jelly, but I want to put them separate and then put them together. I don't want to fuck them in the same damn jar. Because I don't know what the
You don't want to fuck them in the same jar.
I don't want to. No, I don't want them in the same fucking jar. I don't want to have some cheap ass peanut butter with some cheap ass jellies. Side by
They're not
side,
like
some
mixed
cheap-ass jar.
together. They're like in little. Well, I don't know. Just look up a fucking jar of it, and you'll
Yeah,
see what I
I
mean.
know what you're talking about. I know it's like on one side there's jelly, on the other side peanut butter. That's still disgusting as fuck. 'Cause you don't.
It's like the same thing. It doesn't matter. It's gonna go together anyway.
Yeah, but with better.
We're already
tasting shit.
arguing
That shit's
on our
probably cheap as
podcast,
fuck.
and
The
it's
only-
just
the
about
only
fucking
people who
peanut butter
buy
and
that
jelly.
shit must be fat fucks. Yeah, I said it.
Peanut butter and jelly is great.
Yeah,
This is
it's
great for
I
people
love
who are
peanut butter
lazy
and
as
jelly.
fuck and don't feel like making something like me. Um,
I'm not like
Yeah, you might want to. We'd like talked over each other a billion times. You might want to separate the audio.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have on one channel or like on one speaker you're gonna be speaking, you know, and the other speaker I'm gonna be speaking,
Right, right.
but slightly in the middle too. So
Thank you for separate audio tracks. But yeah. So
so it
we're gonna have
actually
magic video game movies. I don't know. I don't know. Did they say when that's gonna start happening?
probably I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be used quite as often because a lot of film directors are kind of like, okay, I want it to be exactly like this. This is my problem with physics engines that they can sometimes be unpredictable.
Right.
Usually because of the players, but other events can sometimes occur. You've seen that in like cutscenes where
Right.
a guy will be driving along the road, and there's an event where a ship explodes and the parts come down and it hits the player and kills them, and
Right.
then the scene has to replay again because the guy died. That's unpredictable, even though that wasn't supposed to happen.
Of
That
course.
sort of thing can kind of fuck up your not only your game but also in a movie. It can be like, well, fuck, we got to re-render this and waste more time. But hopefully they can fix that and make it more predictable, which I think, for the most part, will be possible. I don't think it'll kill the character on screen. That wouldn't make any sense. But
Yeah,
it'll
they wouldn't let that happen.
but that would be stupid beyond any human comprehension. But I do think it would clip through.
Like you go watch the movie and just the first 5 minutes, like the fucking main character just gets killed by a crate, and you're just like, what the fuck happened?
or, or like a spare wrench that just lodges itself into one of the walls and just clips there and makes that stupid, collision sound like. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I played because I have Halo Combat Evolved on my Xbox
Right.
360, like the downloaded version, and that happens all the fucking time in the game. It's fucking annoying as shit. I don't know why they didn't fix that. They
Hey
haven't,
man.
huh?
Well, they probably just didn't know about it. But yeah. But
But it's been there for like for fucking years.
well,
So
Microsoft has been busy, I
yeah, with
guess.
Windows 9 and 10 and then
And
11.
11 and making them all bad. No, but
9 actually might end up being good because you know how Microsoft. The weird thing about
Microsoft
Windows.
is weird. They'll always get it right every other one where it's like
Yeah,
Windows XP was cool, and then Vista was terrible, and then Windows 7 was great, and then it's just
Windows
weird.
7 was fucking great. Windows 8 actually isn't all that bad once you get
Yeah,
used to it.
I heard they fixed it and made it like easier to use. People just don't like it because it feels like an iPhone, and I guess I can kind of agree with that.
I'm gonna receive so much hate for this, but fuck you. I like Metro.
I have no idea what that is.
The the interface. The
No, I don't use Windows 8. So, oh yeah, okay,
Yeah,
that's what it's
yeah,
called. I
yeah. The
didn't know that.
box in interface. I kind of like it. I think it's better than the start menu, which is outdated and a piece of fucking
Eh,
shit.
they're kind of the same.
Not really. The main difference is the fact that now you don't have to navigate through 20 different folders to find one fucking program.
That's your own fault though.
Not really. I blame
If you
the.
have all those folders
See,
there, you put them there.
well, here's the thing, because some programs, by default, no matter what you do, will create a folder in the start menu.
Well,
And that's
yeah.
fucking bullshit because no one wants that shit. I don't want to have Audacity in my start menu, like in 20 different folders. I just want it all in one list and let me access the programs I want to access. I know it sounds stupid for some people, but for me, I want to load the program, not have to wait for it to get into all that. I will admit that one problem with Metro, it takes up the entire screen once you if when you pull it up.
Right. Right.
So, but if you're only there to load a single program, it's not so bad.
All right. All right.
But whatever.
But yeah, I'm excited about video game engines now because the other engine I really care about is the fucking UbiArt engine, and you heard about that, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
in the Rayman. Um,
Yes, which is really great, and also they're going to use it for two new games. One I forgot what it's called. I actually don't know if it's named yet, but I know the other one's Child of Light, and that looks really good.
huh. Well, I don't know, cause I don't know.
Video game engines are getting cooler. It's like now because it's literally just you take an thing you drew and just slap a skeleton on it, and you can make a move. I don't know. This shit's cool to me,
As
and they're gonna make it
See,
open
here's the
source
thing.
soon.
As a programmer, though,
Well, sorry, you can buy a license. Well, what they're doing is you can buy. What I hear they're doing is that you can buy a license
No,
for
no,
it,
no, 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 no,
and
no.
if your idea is really cool,
That's not what I meant. As a programmer, I'm worried about speed. I'm a guy who likes code that is small
it'll be
and
fun.
and just compact. That's one thing I love about Roller Coaster Tycoon. It could run on any system in its day. It can still, well, kind of.
UBR runs on everything. Have you not seen Legends? It just runs on everything.
Well, I
It's a
well
pretty small engine. It doesn't take. It doesn't do. It doesn't take a lot.
Well, I disagree with that because I have Rayman Legends on my computer, or at least the demo of it. It runs okay, but it's kind of slow.
That's just my. That's I don't know. I don't want to be like that's your computer, but it might be.
It might be, but that's my problem because I'm one of those people that if I'm gonna have a game, if I'm gonna make a game, it better be able to run even on weaker systems. I know it sounds
Then that
stupid.
limits the kind of game you can make, though.
Not really.
Yes, it kind of
No, 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 no,
does.
no,
Like
no.
it's like saying
No,
okay,
listen,
like
listen, listen,
people use
listen,
Unreal Engine
listen.
because it runs on
No,
everything. It's
listen,
easy. All
listen.
right, all right.
See, what I mean, it's like okay, you know how in some games you might have different models for for one for cutscene, one for gameplay.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, they have pre-rendered stuff, and then they
well, no, no,
have.
no, no. I'm talking about for like literal ones for
Oh, okay, yeah. I get what you mean.
yeah,
Yeah.
like for like the Batman games, for example, like Batman Arkham City had a different model for like or three different model. It had three different models. One for the pre-rendered cutscenes, the another one.
One for the in-engine cutscenes, then one for the gameplay.
Yeah, and I found the last two out on accident through a glitch. It was funny as hell. I was playing as Catwoman while Catwoman was talking with her other like two models of Catwoman were talking, and it was funny as hell. I'm just thinking, oh, DC, wow, you did not bug test this game very well.
Well, DC didn't make the game. Warner
I
Brothers.
don't care.
I mean, not who the fuck are they? Rocksteady made it.
I
Warner
don't
Brothers
care.
published it. My bad.
I don't care. So anyway, what was I
Shut up.
talking about? Fuck. Oh, now I remember. Um, I mean, I like the idea behind it. I really do. I'm just concerned that it might eventually lead up to well to some problems because one of the things that I can
Well,
think of to fix it would be to, like for 3D games introduce different levels of quality. You
well,
might
they're
have
not
like a
going to use
low
it for
quality
3D
model.
games. Why would they? It's called. They're using it for 2D games
I
because it's
know,
UB art.
I know, but even with that, it still ran pretty weirdly. Like I
It's
had to
not.
reduce the game's.
That's just your computer, though. That's like you can't
I
get
know,
mad
I
at
know.
them
I'm
just because it
not.
doesn't
No,
run on
no, no, no.
everything.
You're misinterpreting me. I'm talking about even for a 2D game, it still runs pretty wonky. I'm kind of concerned because,
It runs fine on mine, and mine's isn't even super high end.
well, I don't think either of ours is.
Then yeah, then I'm saying it's just yours because it runs fine for me, and it runs fine for everybody I know.
Well, it runs
Or you
fine
can
too.
just buy the
I'm
console
just saying.
version. I don't know. I
Oh
just
shit!
can't. I can't wrap my head around what you're saying. I don't
Oh shit,
agree.
dude. We're like an hour in.
That's fine.
No, not really, because I'm not uploading that shit.
Just edit it down.
That's what I'm gonna do, but that's why we
That's what
gotta.
I'm saying. All right. Do you want to like? Well, let's. Well, we'll edit this part out so that way we don't seem like we're rushing time.
Well,
All right, so fine. Well, let's. We pretty much talked about all we want to talk about, so we're just on like the final tangent. I want to solve this argument before we go anywhere.
ow, my hand hurts.
That's how
Ew, it's
fiery our
sweaty.
argument is. It's burning your hands.
Mm.
Also, fuck. As how about you? I probably have to go soon because I have to go grab my sister. Because I heard, yeah, it's early release today.
Yeah, about that, I killed your sister. Sorry.
Thanks.
Okay.
Nah, now I have to go. Nah, but
Woo!
I don't know. UV art's cool. Like,
I
have
like
you
it. I really do.
and I
but-
think it'll be fine.
It will be fine. I'm just saying that like I'm more concerned. Like okay, I'm more concerned with 3D games more than 2D games in regards to this.
It's not gonna be used for 3D games though. Are you just saying in general, or are you talking about UB art?
In general,
Okay, then why didn't you just say that?
I thought I was being.
Yo, you
Ahmad,
just
Ahmad,
jumped tangent. And I was just like, what the
Ahmad,
hell are
you're
you talking
fired.
about? All right, fine, just go.
You're fired. Get out.
What are you gonna do? Replace me with a bucket and a mod 2?
No, I'm going to replace you with Brendan.
Bring Brandon here. Let's talk about video games. Nah, but yeah, seriously, make your point though. I want to hear.
Um, like I don't know. I don't have a point anymore because I kind of said what I wanted to say.
Oh well, all right then. I'll agree with you there. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just
Everybody's mad.
for no fucking reason. See, okay,
It's
actually,
the
I
best
do remember one
podcast.
thing.
What?
Uh, here's the thing. I don't even know if it is a 2D game, or at least not in the same definition that I'd call one. Well,
What?
it's still
Rayman?
clearly 2D, but I think it still has a lot of how do I
No, they
no
drew it.
no yeah yes yes, yes I know that, but I can't explain it.
Okay, no. Try to explain it. Maybe I'm just not getting it. And there's a lot of things I don't fucking know about video games.
Okay, I got 3 minutes, and then I'm closing this thing.
All right, all right.
Um,
3 minutes. It all goes down.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like I'm trying to.
Explain the
Like
video game to me.
if if I explain it, then I reveal some information that I don't want to reveal right now.
Oh, well then let's talk about it at another time.
Yeah, in about 20 years.
Psst, nobody knows, but Johnny's actually Peter Molyneux.
Holy fucking shit!
Now,
That
who's the
explains
guy who
my
made Rayman?
hands.
It's fuck. I should know this. It's Ansel or something like that. Let me fucking look this up.
Ah, shit.
Michael Ansel, yeah.
Yeah. Or
Michael Ansel, whatever, French.
I don't. See, I'm gonna call him Michael Ansel. If he has a
No,
problem with
you're gonna
that,
make him mad.
I don't care.
He's fucking cool. Don't say that to him.
I don't care.
He made Beyond Good and Evil. The game nobody bought, but still.
I thought it was cool too. I don't care.
It's great. He's got a fucking.
And
He's
and
got
I
a fucking
love Rayman
smug ass
too, but I
douchebag
don't
face.
like I don't care if I mispronounce his name. I don't care if he mispronounces my name. I only
He's gonna-
problem if he misspells it. That's
Does he
when
speak English? Yeah, he does speak English. I remember seeing him. He's got an accent though.
he's got a
'Cause I
thick
remember seeing him
accent.
speak at E3.
an ass cunt. I'm sorry,
Leave him
ass
alone.
cunt. He has an ass
Super
cunt.
cool. He's super cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, we gotta end this because I'm not editing all this fuck out. I'm having like an hour-long video. So fuck you. So thanks for coming. See you.
Fuck
Ow.
it.
See you next
Goodbye
week.
forever, nerd.
Also,
All right, thank you for
ow.
the first. Thank you all. Thank you for coming. This is our first episode where we argue about stupid shit. Maybe we
My
don't
waist
know
hurts.
the release
I-
schedule for these, so
stretched something,
we'll work
Ahmad.
that out.
I stretched something. I'm in pain. Call the doctor.
You stretched out this podcast.